My mom, the matriarch of my family, with 9 decades of life, has exceeded its life expectancy among women while living with diabetes for more than half of those years. Why is this important? After living with diabetes for over 40 years and achieving significant weight loss, she no longer injects insulin and lives life intentional about her choices, her mind, and her moves. Today, let's talk about how to balance the weight of life and make our move. Let's talk about mom first. Making choices. Just because something runs in our family doesn't mean it has to run our life. Witnessing my family's health struggles, I realized I had to make a choice now before it was too late. I had to choose. Follow the path of diabetes like my family or change the story. So I made a choice. I joined a 16-week wellness program, tracked every meal, cooked at home, and exercised daily. And by the end, I had lost 5 dress sizes and found my energy again. Now, I make wellness my lifestyle with boot camp, yoga, dance, and even active vacations. I make time to support others, check in, and build a community that moves with purpose. We must make room for people who support our wellness journey. So, we may have to make a hard choice to change our social circles. Because when we make intentional choices, not only do we transform ourselves, we help uplift everyone around us. And our minds. There are so many societal norms that shape our minds. Things that go back to the unspoken physical standards of body image, acceptable numbers on the scale, and gracefully aging. The long-time deception that being thin is healthy, ailments are for older individuals, and budgets are for people with limited income need to be addressed. How do we learn to balance the weight of life? The weight of believing that we are destined for disease because it runs in our family. The weight of believing that we cannot afford the cost of healthier food options. The weight of believing that dealing with emotions related to body image with trained professionals is for everybody but you. We care for our bodies, yet we hesitate to care for our minds, questioning the norm and not our worth. Societal standards about body image and health often reflect outdated ideals. Being thin does not automatically guarantee our health is good, and aging doesn't have to mean our decline. Redefine health on our own terms by focusing on how we feel, not how we fit. Most importantly, create a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. When we are creative and resourceful, we can find joy in exploring nature or other DIY skills and begin to realize something powerful. Our life's worth. It is not in a number of likes, views, or a trend. It is a value-friendly life grounded in our gratitude, our stewardship. Caring for our minds is just as important as our bodies, yet we hesitate mental care. Here's the truth. Our minds remember what our bodies try to forget, and if we lose those thoughts, they consume us. When my brother passed away, I knew I had to face my own pain. He only confided about his depression the day before he took his last breath. And I remember my mom, as a psychiatric and geriatric nurse, she understood the importance of letting go of negativity and holding on to what nurtures peace of mind. Mental health has always been one of her strongest assets. She told us not to carry other people's burdens in ways which weigh us down. and to be intentional about the relationships we keep. So, I joined Grief Share, started therapy, practiced yoga, meditation, and breath work, not to fix myself, but to feel full. Knowing that healing begins when we make space for our thoughts to breathe. And now I move, and now you must move too, toward a more affordable and value-driven life, because it is not optional. A study from NIA showed that forming positive habits can happen in just 59 to 66 days. Whether we use weight loss programs, medications, or injections, sustainable wellness moves beyond the tool and off the scale. So, let's move with our budget in mind. You don't need a fancy gym to live well. Just move. Move for 20 minutes. Walk in our pace, our rhythm. Move in our kitchen. Make a home-cooked meal from what's already in the fridge and move from there. Because wellness begins with what is accessible. Volunteer at a community garden to access fruits and vegetables. Batch cook every 7 to 10 days and shop smart with loyalty cards. We could move our way to wellness by planning with what is already in front of us. Exercise doesn't have to feel like punishment. Let's shift our mindset from grueling workouts to joyful movement. Movement that nurtures our body and our spirit. Dance in our living room. Tend to our garden. Or soak in stillness in a sound bath. Even forest bathing. Yes, moving slowly through the trees can bring our body back to balance. Movement is medicine in motion based on Japanese culture from the 1980s. Right here in Culpeper County, we have space to move with the trees. Rockwater Park, Yow Meadow Park, Culpeper County Parks and Recreations. Connect our inner and outer strength because life will always ask us to carry more. But we don't have to do it alone. Just remember my mom and we can make our move.